Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm actually doing a repeat on manipulators trying to manipulate you out of your position. So someone mentioned that it was really windy and my voice was getting cut out. So I'm gonna redo it. It's gonna be a lot of like reading because I just played it back. Um, so unfortunately I'm gonna actually be reading what I said last time. So it was about manipulating you out of your position, of getting something they feel you don't deserve. Manipulation and manipulators. So much to talk about. So I started a series on manipulation, I believe. There's like 5 or 6 videos. So this is a retake of one of those videos. If we are going to heal, we have to remove the toxic manipulators. You can't be constantly manipulated. And spoke a lot about how your body already knows that you're being manipulated before your mind your tells you, oh, I think I'm being manipulated. So if you listen to the cues that your body's sending you, you will start to think, okay, I might be being manipulated here. So it's important to get manipulators out of your day-to-day activities as much as you can because they are going to be like your supervisors sometimes, your managers or your family members or coworkers. So you just have to do your best to be prepared when you're in their presence, but at the same time, spend as little time in their presence as necessary as possible. So you can't heal when you're constantly. So anytime your body is off balance, because toxicity will do that, any kind of toxicity, whether it's something you internalize through like chemicals or whether it's toxic environments that you're in because of behaviors or triggers or just anything that feels like your body can't be centered. So you're having to constantly be off center, get anxiety, anything like that, because your body has to be balanced to be in a healing state. And so you're constantly wanting to bring your body back to balance, right? To ground yourself. And it's one of the reasons why we need to make sure we get these manipulators out of our lives. Because their main objective is to get you off balance. That's how they manipulate you. It's really hard to manipulate somebody who is focused, even keel, and on balance. But when you're off balance, you're busy, you're full of anxiety, it's a lot easier to manipulate you. So it's like works against you to be unhealthy, off balance, and toxic. So that's what we want to get to is a place of healing so that we can be balanced. You are living day to day with a manipulator, and that's causing you to be off balance. With an abuser, because manipulators are abusers. These are our narcissist, psychopath, sociopath. This is how they get or they act. Okay, they want to manipulate to get things to go in their favor instead of just coming forth in an honest, okay, this is what I need. They've already decided it's your duty to give it to them, so they want to skip over that part, okay, of okay, this is what I need. Can you help me here, please? Because they already decided that you, for some reason, they're entitled to this thing, so they need to manipulate it out of you. That way that they're not gonna take a chance of getting a no from you. Okay, so they don't want to hear no. So you can't listen to their lies every single day and not be off balance. They are envious about either you or someone else. So they're lying when they're envious. Right away, boom. Okay, I'm envious. Well, I want something this other person has. They have to lie to themselves to why they don't have it. And they have to lie to you to why this other person has it. So basically, the manipulators are liars that are trying to manipulate people out of positions that they earn because they don't believe that they have the right to them. Because they are entitled to whatever it is they want, or even the things that belong to you, including your position. So their objective would be to manipulate you out of your place. Let's say you worked hard and received a promotion. They may haven't been even paying attention to all the hard work that you did because of the envy of your promotion. All of a sudden, you're in the spotlight. Wow, they got a promotion? That's impossible, right? This is what they're thinking. They absolutely had no idea that you worked for this promotion or that you were getting it. They get caught off guard, but oh, here you are with this, you have this new position. They will then go to anyone who will hear them and let them know they got to work this up now because it's inside them and it's eating them away. So they have to get it out, tell other people, whoever listens, okay? This person shouldn't have received this promotion. They start a campaign against you to anyone who will hear them and complain about how you do this and that wrong. You are a lousy worker or anything else they have managed to come up with after nitpicking you in their mind, all out of jealousy and envy. There must be a reason why this person isn't worthy of this promotion. So they're looking for something, right? And they're getting together with other people and they're really working it out. So they are envious. They didn't get the promotion, even if it's not a position that would have been a fit for them. All these things are going on within the manipulator's mind. And they are like, what can I do about this? They are perceiving this person who got the promotion as someone who didn't deserve it. And that somehow they twisted the manager into giving them this promotion. They cannot see this person correctly because the envy and jealousy blinds them from the truth. They begin to spin a false narrative that this person could possibly be sleeping with the manager or CEO or something, some type of false narrative. Anything to make up a reason that this person did not do any hard work to receive whatever that they're getting. There's no due diligence here. They suggest this is how they got the promotion to the other people, to the coworkers and the people around them. We all know this person is not a hard worker and doesn't deserve this promotion. Now they all looking at each other, and someone says, "Yes, I saw them talking to the CEO." It's possible. They must be a brown noser or something. So they're all about thinking, why didn't we get the promotion? Hey, they're a brown noser. That's why we didn't get it. We're not brown nosers. They are telling stories about us so they can get the promotion. Oh, they're talking down on us, lifting themselves up to the CEO. We clearly deserve a promotion, not them. So they're like on a campaign now, right? Now this whole group of people is envious. They all have the wrong perception of the person that got the promotion from the beginning. This person worked hard for their position, possibly did some kind of project. Maybe they were on a list next to be advanced. They acquired the position in a normal strategic way. Instead of working towards getting their own promotion, these people are working against someone who achieves something honestly, putting work into cutting someone down and creating a lie, usually accusing the person who was able to get a position they wanted by doing something they would do, like sleeping their way to the top. So they must be sleeping their way to the top because that's what they're doing, right? Creating this lie because they cannot perceive outside of their own perception. And this is how they perceive themselves. So really, it is how they perceive themselves. They say to themselves, well, how could I get this permission? Well, I could really, yeah, I can speak with, the supervisor to get permission to get this petition, but I don't, know for sure that I'm gonna get it that way, but I'll give it a try, whatever. So they give it a try and it doesn't work. They don't get the position, and they're mad that this person did. So therefore they just in their mind assume that it's possible that this person did this. This is what abusers spend most of their life doing. If you are married to one, basically your abuser is trying to get you to have the same perceptions of yourself as they have. And the only way to get you to believe this is to keep you being abused and manipulated is to tell themselves this and to show you in a negative light and that you deserve to be treated like this. So they are all watching and waiting for you to do something to be seen in this negative light. So now they're saying, so basically, what I just said here is that if you're married to an abuser, they see you in this poor perception because they feel bad about themselves. They're not feeling good about themselves. They're not going to let that on. But deep inside, they don't realize that the reason they're talking bad about you is actually how they feel about themselves. So they know that they would have to do something manipulative to get a position that you're getting. So they want you to believe you're just as manipulative as them. And that's why they get treated poorly or they don't get positions. And they want you to believe that you get treated poorly because you're manipulative and because you're twisted, because you're getting your way to the top the way you shouldn't. And so it gives them a right to abuse you. Now these people are all getting together. They want to find proof that you're getting a position that you haven't earned. And they want to find the proof that they can prove that you did this by bed hopping or something. Okay, so they're all waiting around for you to drop the ball to show the truth of how you actually got this position. But it's not going to happen because you got it in a fair way. You did it by working hard or from being on a list, being next, next up or what it is, putting in hours of time, right? And so we're doing a project or something. And so they're waiting for the ball to drop so they can say, look, they want to all stand around, point a finger. They don't deserve that position, right? We deserve it. And then they'd be all fighting for this position because they all think they're all mad. So the manipulator finds somebody who's just as envious and jealous as them, who wants what that person has. So now you have the manipulator wanting what this person has, like this promotion, and you have the people that they recruited. So now they don't realize this, but this whole group of people, they all want the same position that somebody else is giving, but they can't have it. But it's enough for them to take it away from that person. That'll give everybody a really good fix. If they can take that position away from somebody, that'll be the fix of the year, right? But they actually all want this position. So in a way, they're all fighting against that one person, right? That they want to take it from. But in actuality is they're up against each other. So like anything can happen as this goes along. If that person was to lose the position, it'll turn out into an all out brawl. Like these people just take each other down. You could just sit back and watch, like sit back, get the popcorn, just watch 'cause they're just gonna take each other out from there. But it's almost worth it for that person to lose their position so that you can watch these people take each other out, and that's what they'll do. But this is how they live. So, and if we are a little bit lighthearted about it, it's not so bad. Okay, so you can't change these people. Remember that. Tell themselves, and to show you in a negative light, and that you deserve to be treated poorly or being abused. So they are all watching and waiting for you to do something to be seen in this negative light, like sleeping with your manager to get a position, okay, etc. They are ready to prove you are incapable of a new job, so they are willing to do things that will create you losing it to validate their perception. They want to feel you were unjustly given the position. It's none of their business, and they are just waiting for you to show up as the person who deserves their abuse. They have made a false narrative in their mind about who you are, and a group narrative at this point, too. And they keep feeding it and they feed it and it just grows. And so it's like this person now like somebody like they could never be. It would take so much work for them to become who these people made this person out to be, like because they've been feeding it and feeding it, feeding it. Think of it like it's a little fish. You're just like feeding it, feeding it, feeding it, feeding it. Well, this narrative is like huge. It's like so big, like this person's like uh that they if this person actually came out and stood in front of them, like literally stood in front of this group, they'd be like, who are you? This person wouldn't meet this narrative at all. They wouldn't look like what they're saying. They wouldn't act like what they're saying, and they have just made it this overblown like perspective or perception of a person that doesn't even exist. This person doesn't even exist that they're going after. Okay, it's a made up person. It's a fairy tale. So even when you do something kind, they justify it as you did it to get something back in return, right? Something from them even. So do something kind for these people and they'd be like, you can't do anything kind for me. They don't want you to do anything kind because they're under the impression that like you just want something from me because that's how they operate. So they can feel like you are twisted in your actions, okay? They want to twist everything you do around, just like them, because of the reasons they do things. They assume if they are cheating, you must be cheating. They had to make up a false narrative about you to continue to use and abuse you and to justify their own actions. If they ever did sit back and see who you really were, they'd be very surprised. And I did already mention that. But I just wanted to bring that up again because somebody said that it was unclear. You couldn't hear me. So hopefully this was a better recording. Thank you. Have a great day.